Welcome back to our YouTube channel, guys. So today we're all about
relationships. So if you're single, courting, in a relationship, or engaged, even married, stay tuned. You're going to learn so much in this video. We hope you guys enjoy it.
guys. So we are both in a relationship and we're just gonna share a bit about that. So I'm currently now in a 4-year relationship. It's been a roller coaster, but an amazing up and down roller coaster, really.
Okay, so I've been in a relationship for a year and we got engaged last month. Yes. And so our relationship differs a lot from them. We see each other every day, and it's really been a whirlwind, but one of the best years of my life. So as she said, you're going to learn a lot about relationships in the following question.
You guys will also learn more about our relationship. Actually, we're going to speak about in our perspective about it, but the questions will be somewhere. So then you can just apply it to your own relationship.
And even if you're not in a relationship, you will find tips and you will see what you can apply in your future relationships.
Okay, so the first thing is the 5 love languages. I'm going to link the website of the 5 languages down below, so then you can go do it on your own time to see what your 5 love languages is. So the first one is quality time. So basically just spending enough time together and to get to know each other.
Yes. So the second one is gifts. So that is when you like receiving gifts, but also buying gifts for the ones that you love. So you express your feelings through gifts, and so a lot of people love that.
The third one is words of affirmation.
Oh,
so
yes.
this meaning that it can be written or spoken words to each other that confirm support or upliftment and emphasize one another in a positive manner. So that's just giving a thoughtful word to each other.
Us girls are normally the ones with words of affirmation, but I have seen a few guys that really that is their love language as well. The fourth one is a physical touch. This is a very important one, and it's very important to know the boundaries within this love language. So with physical touch, it's like giving hugs, holding hands, just feeling each other in the appropriate way. If you're not married, if you're married, the ways that you want to.
And then number 5 is acts of service. So basically doing something for your partner that you know they really like. It's basically giving up your personal time to do something for them. That's just the 5 love languages, and it works. So if you know your partner's 5 love languages,
you will just get along so much easier, and it sorts out a lot of conflict situations and a lot of miscommunication even. So I would really encourage you guys to do it.
20 questions as well that both of us are going to answer. Okay. Question number 1. How do you know when you love someone?
For me, I always believe that love is a feeling. The movies, the romance, I was that kind of girl. But this last year, I realized that love is not a feeling, it is a knowing. It's that you just wake up, or it's in a moment where you know, I can't describe it, it's a knowing in your heart.
And question number 2, do you think once you love someone, you will always love them? Or do you think love can fade away? I think love can fade away. It's especially just when lust takes over, maybe, or when you know you can't, then sometimes people will just be like, oh, okay, but now, what now? So I think then love might fade away, but just to remember where you started and why you love that person, then love will really stay strong between you two. Question number 3. What's one thing about love that scares you?
I think being vulnerable and being completely open towards that person. So showing that person every side of you, all your insecurities, all your doubts, your fears, that you show that person. I think that's the biggest scare for me. Being in a relationship was just showing every part of me and knowing that that person will accept it and even love it.
Question number 4 is, which do you agree with? Love should always feel comfortable, or love should always feel new and exciting? I think love should always feel new and exciting. I think when you get to a comfort zone, then you're like all used to each other, and then it feels like I said, love will fade away because you don't have something new or exciting to do, or even something just to go out and maybe have like a picnic. So I think love should always feel new and exciting. Question number 5. What do you think makes people fall out of love?
I think not being there and not understanding each other, but also not sharing. Like if you go through something or you have an insecurity, especially as girls, we can overthink things like crazy. I'm an overthinker. And I think not sharing that and keeping it in, and maybe like resentment building up, and then that can play a major role in like just falling out of love and just getting to a place where you live past each other.
Question number 6. Do you believe people can change if they love someone?
Yeah.
I also think people can change if they love someone, but if you really love that person and you know it's your person, then changing for that person is for the better, because it's actually the person also changing you in a better person. Like I've had someone that told me that since me and my boyfriend got together, I'm this different person, but I'm a better person. So I really think that people can change you, but in a better way. Question number 7. How long do you think it takes before you know you love someone?
I can tell a little short story. When we started dating, we watched a sermon and the pastor said you can't say you love that person until you're married. And I didn't understand that, because for me it's so easy to say I love you, and then one day it slipped, and when Ray said it first, I'm exposing him now, but he said I love you first, and I started saying it as well. And I remember one Tuesday at school, we were voice noting each other, and something just clicked. Like I started crying in the classroom, and I literally, and he started feeling emotional, and we realized in that moment that we actually truly love each other. So
8. When it comes to cheating, forgive and forget. Forgive but don't forget, or don't forgive at all.
This is a tough question for me. In my previous relationship, I was cheated on, and for me it was a big no, because then all trust is gone, and I can't think that it can be the same afterwards.
I'm also the same, and you guys would probably differ, but I can't forgive, because I feel like I will get trust issues. Really, no. Forgive, no, not at all. So sorry. Question number 9. Do you believe love changes you? I also believe love changes you. But for the better, like we said. You always change for the better. If you don't change for the better,
get out.
Yes, run. Question number 10. Do you think people should change themselves to find love? No, I won't change myself for love, because people say that when you tell a lie on a lie and someone's asking you later on, then your story isn't gonna match up. So I think just be yourself, because if that person really loves you, they'll take you just as you are. So just don't change for anyone. Just be you, girl. Or guy, whoever's watching. Okay, question number 11. What do you think is the most important factor of keeping love alive in a relationship?
For me, it's being real, even in the uncomfortable situations. Like, that's our number one rule in our relationship, is always being real and saying the things that we don't want to don't want to say or don't want to hear. That keeps the love alive, and doing stuff for each other, exciting things, small little things. I think that plays a big part.
Number 12. Do you think the way your family loves has affected the way you love?
Definitely. I think the most, like growing up, the example you get of love is from your parents. So it definitely has an impact on you and your relationship. You can see things that you like, that your parents do, but you can also see things that you want to do differently. And I think that's a big cornerstone in any relationship, is having those examples of relationships that you have seen and just taking bits and pieces of it and making it your own.
Question number 13. Who is one couple you know that you admire in terms of love? Say my grandparents. Just the way that they still look at each other, you know, they still have that flame. But they've also been together for over 55 years now. So that's on its own a lifetime. So question number 14. What do you think is the most important part of a romantic relationship?
I think first of all, you have to establish what is a romantic relationship in your relationship. What's your boundaries in a relationship? Boundaries in a relationship is very important, especially if you have set things and set I don't want to say goals, but values in your relationship. So if in a romantic relationship, for me, boundaries is very, very important, but also knowing what that person likes and what that person loves.
Question number 15. What makes a relationship healthy? So just being honest in every part, speaking to each other, you know, although if it's just the simplest thing that bothers them, just be honest with them and ask them, and just be true and real to each other by speaking about everyday problems. Although it's not always nice, you know, to speak about all the negativity, but just to get it out. Then also just do something exciting or just something to calm them down at the end. Question number 16. What's more important, physical connection or emotional?
For me, it's both. You can't be in a relationship and there's no spark. The physical spark. It's both. You have to have a good emotional connection, but a physical connection as well.
Question number 17. If you had a child, what's the first thing you would teach them about love? As a Christian girl, I would keep to the scripture that it says, love your neighbor as yourself. And I think that's just important, because if you love your neighbor as yourself, then you will love yourself just even more.
For me, the first thing that I will learn is that love is not a me thing, but it's not a take thing, but it's a give thing. And for me, I always go back to scripture. It's a well-known scripture, John 3 verse 16. It's God gave his son, and I think that's the ultimate sacrifice of love, because it's his son, and he gave it freely for us to be forgiven and to know him. So for me, that's the first thing that I will learn my child, is that love is not a take thing, but it's a give thing, and loving everyone equally.
So question number 18, Chantal is just gonna ask me something about my relationship.
So my question is, how do you guys handle conflict in your relationship?
There's quite a few ways to handle conflict. But don't do it over a cell phone because that never works. Like,
Never.
I hate it when I see we are like starting a fight, or then I'm just like, I can't speak to you over the phone, because when you type something, it can be put in other words in the way that they read it, even mean it in a demanding way, but they can take it up like that.
Yeah.
So I would say try to work things out face to face. But do it like in a neutral area, you know. Question number 19, I'm gonna ask Chantal a question about their relationship. Did you struggle to submit under Monterey?
Yeah, I did. So when I met Monterey, he's a very like straightforward person. So yeah, it was very hard for me to submit under him in the beginning, but just like the first week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then something just clicked and it became a natural thing. I think that when I realized that I actually love him and I want to spend the rest of my life with him and build towards a destiny relationship with him, it became natural. It became a thing where I understood what submitting is. And I think girls, like, do yourself a favor and go read about submitting. Even guys, like, there's such a wrong, negative thing about submission, but if you read about it, you will see it's actually just honoring him in his place in the relationship. And so I think that was a big thing.
That's good, yeah. Then question number 20 is define love in 5 words.
Ooh. Trust.
Yes, that's one for me as well.
Trust. Communication.
Yeah. Patience.
Patience. Oh yes, patience.
Then support. Number 4.
And number 5 is selflessness.
Sure, that's good.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching our YouTube video. If you liked it, please give us a big thumbs up and go subscribe.
Yes.
For really support our channel.
Yes.
And we will try to upload every
second week.
And
the next one you guys don't want to miss. It's going to be so much fun. So get ready. Get ready, girls. Get ready, guys.
And I will also link again our Instagram and our Facebook down below. So go give us a follow and a like. And we'll see you at our next YouTube video.
Yes. And remember, let the fun times continue.
Bye.
Bye.